Welcome back to ESPN's presentation of Major League Baseball's greatest hits. I'm George Grande. Over the course of the next hour, we're going to be taking a look back at some of the great pennant races of years past. From the 1950s and the great Bobby Thompson home run, the Giant Dodgers series, to the 60s and Yaz and the Red Sox, to the 70s, Tug McGraw and the New York Mets, and a whole lot more, right on through to the 1980s. As Jim Scott tells us, when you get to September, very much so, that month means pennant fever.
It's September, and in baseball, September means pennant fever. A time to look at the contenders and the pretenders as the baseball races go down to the wire. For most of baseball's first post-war season, the Dodgers and the Cardinals fought for first, and on the final day of the season, the teams finished in a tie. The three-game playoff began in St. Louis with a 4-2 Cardinal win, and the series returned to Brooklyn for the final game. The Dodgers gave their hometown fans something to root for when they scored first, but the Cardinals took over from there and ran up an 8-1 lead going into the final inning. Still, the Dodgers refused to die easily. Brooklyn made a final move in the bottom of the ninth, scoring 3 times and eventually putting the tying run at the plate before St. Louis stopped the rally and won the pennant. Once again, it was wait till next year for the Dodgers. 3 years later, the Dodgers and Cardinals battled for the top spot again. This time, Brooklyn took advantage of 4 straight Cardinal losses in the final week of the season to move ahead of St. Louis, and the Dodgers won the pennant with a 10th inning win over the Phillies on the final day of the year. The next season, the Dodgers needed a victory on the last day of the season to force a playoff against the Phillies. But in the ninth, Richie Ashburn threw out Cal Abrams at the plate to save the game. And 1 inning later, Dick Sisler hit a 3-run homer to win it. The Whiz Kids of 1950 had won Philadelphia's first pennant since 1915.
I pitched the last game, beat the Dodgers 4-1 in Evansville. Ashburn threw Abrams out at home in the bottom of the ninth, and it's a story that most baseball people, especially Philadelphia people, know about. And I remember leaving the field that day and the excitement of we had lost 7 in a row, and we had to win that one to win it, and we did. And it was a great satisfaction personally and as a team. We had worked hard for that. We had had a lot of tough breaks at the end, but that was the big thrill I ever had. We were a tough club that year. We had an exceptional young ball club, but we had some injuries at the end that really hurt us from the series. We didn't play bad in the series. We lost the first 3 games by 1 run, but we weren't as strong as we were. The team in August was a fantastic baseball team, but after that we limped a little bit.
The year was 1982, and by the time the year ended, the man whose name was on the lips of most baseball fans was Willie Stargell. This would be his final year as a Major League Baseball player as he closed out his great career with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Willie Stargell, through the 60s and 70s, had burned a lot of teams in pennant races, and not the least of which was the Montreal Expos.
Well, Montreal might be one city that has a little less love for Stargell. You see, it was there that Willie started a 3-year jinx during which the Expos failed to win the pennant. It all began when he hit this home run, which enabled his Pirates to win the Eastern Division and go on from there to win the World Series. The next year, Mike Schmidt did the very same thing, and so did his Phillies. Schmidt hit an extra inning home run to give the eventual world champions the pennant on the second to last day of the season. And yes, the Expos finished second again. Well, I guess they've always said that history repeats itself, but Expos fans must have thought that things were getting a bit ridiculous, especially when Rick Monday of the Dodgers crushed the Expos' hopes once again with this homer off Steve Rogers in the last game of the 1981 National League Championship Series.
My role with the Dodgers has been as a pinch hitter and as in a supportive role in playing and rescuing people here and there. I didn't see the ball. I actually did not know where the damn ball was until I saw it just go over the fence. I knew it was hit well, but I was trying to look at the outfielders, see where in the heck they were going.
That pitch was designed to be a sinker that either was a strike low and away or missed low and away. I felt like that with Guerrero coming up, as much as you don't want to put the go-ahead run on with a walk, I thought this all through before. I just mechanically didn't do it. That with Guerrero not swinging the bat as he can, that I didn't want to give in to Rick Monday. What I ended up doing is just mechanically breaking down. The thought process was correct. The pitch just wasn't.
This year has been a strange year for us. Our backs have been to the wall just every championship and the divisional series, and we've come back. I think it makes it feel that much more gratifying to us, knowing that we are a team that comes back and looking. We knew the Yankees were in there 3 or 4 days ago, and we were sitting there wondering if we can win 2 games in a row. We did it against Houston. We won 3 in a row, and now our backs are to the wall coming in here, and it's pretty tough to beat a team in their own ballpark when they have to win 1 and you got to win 2. But we came back. That's the team we've had this year.